The first rule in investment is don't lose. And the second rule in investment is don't forget the first rule. And that's all the rules there are. I mean, if you buy things for far below what they're worth and you buy a group of them, you basically don't lose money.
Warren, what do you consider the most important quality for an investment manager?
It's a temperamental quality, not an intellectual quality. You don't need tons of IQ in this business. I mean, you have to have enough IQ to get from here to downtown Omaha, but you do not have to be able to play three-dimensional chess or be in the top leagues in terms of bridge playing or something of the sort. You need a stable personality. You need a temperament that neither derives great pleasure from being with the crowd or against the crowd, because this is not a business where you take polls. It's a business where you think. And Ben Graham would say that you're not right or wrong because 1,000 people agree with you. And you're not right or wrong because 1,000 people disagree with you. You're right because your facts and your reasoning are right.
Warren, what do you do that's different than 90% of the money managers who are in the market?
Certainly most of the professional investors focus on what the stock is likely to do in the next year or two. And they have all kinds of arcane methods of approaching that, but they do not really think of themselves as owning a piece of a business. The real test of whether you're investing from a value standpoint or not is whether you care whether the stock market is open tomorrow. If you're making a good investment in a security, it shouldn't bother you if they close down the stock market for 5 years. All the ticker tells me is the price. Yeah. And I can look at the price occasionally to see whether the price is outlandishly cheap or outlandishly high, but prices don't tell me anything about a business. Business figures themselves tell me something about a business, but the price of a stock doesn't tell me anything about a business. I would rather value a stock or a business first and not even know the price, so that I'm not influenced by the price in establishing my valuation, and then look at the price later to see whether it's way out of line with what my value is.
Yo, everyone, welcome back to today's session. This is the Zen God, and I'm excited to have this episode with you guys today. It is 8 a.m. here in Las Vegas. I usually film my videos at night, but I'm going to California for the weekend and going to be spending some time on the beach, so wanted to make sure to get this content out before I was gone. We are going to film the roundtable on Sunday, so be on the lookout for that. But let's get into some content. Everything we've been saying about Tether has been confirmed. We aren't crazy. We are vindicated. So Crypto Whale posted, since Tether was confirmed to be a deceptive and fraudulent scheme by the New York Attorney General and now required to do a quarterly audit, Tether hasn't printed any new USDT. Bitcoin is now down 24%, 250 billion down. Unless Tether starts printing more fake dollars, we will keep dropping. So this is probably why we have this dip. Like Warren Buffett says, everyone's so concerned about prices, they don't care about owning. This isn't owning a business, but owning good technology. They're so concerned. If we took out all the prices, like Warren Buffett said, if he was investing, I just showed you the clip, he wouldn't want to see the prices because he would be influenced by the price. So imagine all these prices just disappeared right now, and we only had the technology and what we think is going to apply in the future. That's what we want to invest in. And these 20% down days and these ups and downs, fluctuations, is it going to affect us? Because we know in the long run, our technology will be used, and we will win. We just have to get in when it's cheap, like Warren Buffett's saying. However, there's this common theme that's been happening for years in the Bitcoin movement, and I can't help but think that it has meaning. So Coinbase says the entire crypto market could be destabilized if Bitcoin's anonymous creator is ever revealed or sells their $30 billion stake. Remember what I told you guys, what got me on this journey was I was invested in Bitcoin at one time, and I'm the type of guy I want to know everything about everything. From health to water, anything. I want to know all the ins and outs. So I started deep diving. Is Bitcoin good? Is it bad? And it led me to XRP. It led me to Ripple. And so I'm super grateful. But this is alarming. I knew that there was something weird. I'm like, okay, if Bitcoin was a revolutionary thing that the bankers hated, why would they just let the guy? I don't hear about any investigations. I don't hear about a manhunt looking for this guy. How come no one's looking for Satoshi anymore? Like they just let him go? He has $30 billion stake of Bitcoin. They just let him roam free. And that's what got my tinfoil hat brain going crazy. And I had to dig and dig and dig and dig and dig, and I found XRP. So that's my whole story there. But let's watch this clip because he's saying the exact same thing from Coinbase. If the identity of creator was ever found, if the identity of the creator was revealed, it could cause Bitcoin's price to deteriorate. According to the filing, the filing also referenced Nakamoto's personal stash of Bitcoin, which totals over 1 million. They said $1 billion over here. So let's watch this clip because this is $1 billion investor. So I think that his opinion matters.
If you knew who was really behind Bitcoin, you would run as fast as you fucking could to sell it. I know. 100%. If you knew who owned Bitcoin or who started Bitcoin, you had Bitcoin, you couldn't sleep at night. I know. 100%. And when the real founder of Bitcoin comes out, it is my humble opinion, and there's nothing humble about me, Bitcoin will go to fucking zero.
One day.
And a microsecond, boom, like that.
He said in a microsecond, it could just drop down to zero. Wow. So a bunch of people are saying that, something we need to consider. And Equity Capital posted, goal, reset the global financial system. Strategy, operate in plain sight. People are so distracted by the election, by the germ, by everything, climate change, BLM. Everything people are distracted by. Wow, Christine Lagarde and these big money people are literally on stage at Davos telling you what they're planning, and no one's even, like, they're doing it all in plain sight. It's all on the World Economic Forum's website. And nobody seems to even know that this is happening. You go to stores all over Las Vegas where I'm at, the QR code is everywhere, and a lot of people are not accepting cash anymore. So it's all in plain sight. The QR code is for your digital wallet. You swipe it and you'll pay for your food eventually. Right now they're having me swipe. I was at Cheesecake Factory last night. They had me swipe the QR code to get my menu because they're training us baby steps for this new system. Objective, the fewer people who invest in the new tech, the better. Tactic, I don't know what that word, a misdirection. Tactic, introduce an economic sideshow with inferior technology and promote it heavily. Proof of work is the economic slide. JP Morgan, you look it up, JP Morgan said the exact same thing, that Bitcoin is a economic sideshow. It's introducing the people to what blockchain is. It's getting people familiar with it before, like the one dude just said, before they drop it to zero and implement the new real technology. These people don't care about you. They're not your friends. They don't want you to get wealthy. They have no emotions. Investing takes no emotions. No one's gonna feel bad for you when the shit drops to zero, like a lot of people have been saying. So make sure you're not getting fooled by no sideshows. Make sure you're in the real deal. Judy Shelton's definitely been activated. Monetary integrity means a trustworthy unit of account and store of value, a dependable dollar. We know Judy Shelton has said she's a fan of the gold standard in a back to the future way, in a cryptocurrency type of way. And she's been posting a lot lately. Signs of spring. We've been saying spring is probably when XRP is going to blossom. I haven't made a video, but holy crap. a few days ago, the entire Fed system had an error and like trillions of dollars of payments failed. And Judy Shelton, of course, commented on it. The Federal Reserve said that the operational error disrupted services of its business lines, including the electronic settlement system used by banks, businesses, and government agencies. Settlement. XRP's instant settlement. It's 24/7. There is no errors on the XRP ledger. What do you think this is? It's a rollout. No one's telling you about this because it's not the economic sideshow. It's the real shebang. And when you guys start learning about settlement, you'll start getting so irritated at your banks how it can't process your money in real time. Brian Brooks is activated. Further evidence that the U.S. needs to think more seriously about decentralized payment systems. So all of us are being confirmed. Everything we've been saying is being confirmed. So BIS, central bank partner to create a CBDC bridge. You guys see right here, there's X's right here, X. Hidden in plain sight. Everything's hidden in plain sight. There's an X here, there's an X here, right in this tower. The bridge. Why is the bridge so significant? We know David Schwartz has posted the Golden Gate Bridge many times. We know that, yeah, it's the Golden Gate Bridge because XRP is the bridge between the gold standard. Remember how XRP is the bridge between all digital currencies? 4 central banks, BIS exploring CBDC bridge for Asia and Middle East. So XRP is the bridge between 2 currencies. Let's say the Middle East currency, Asia's currency. XRP is the middle, so there's no middleman. It's XRP settles it for you. Mr. Poole posted this foggy Golden Gate Bridge. We were speculating on this. I was thinking, well, we were thinking, me and King Space, Adam, it's all foggy. Only those with eyes can see right now. Most people can't see what's happening. Only the visionaries can see. So it's all foggy. Not that many people could see, but eventually the fog will clear and everyone's going to see this amazing bridge, this new technology. Right now, only people with eyes can see. Only us can see what's going on. That's why it's kind of it's all out of the equation. Let me show you one more Mr. Poole post that I think is a must. So Mr. Poole has been really into XDC lately. Look, it shows XRP in the background getting ready to launch last. A $5 trillion a day remittance transaction volume flow would put XDC and XRP well over $100. So he's been liking a lot of XDC and XRP stuff lately. So that's pretty cool. Ripple settlements are coming to Japanese ATMs. We know SBI Holdings is one of the biggest investors into XRP and Ripple, and they're bringing it to Japan full throttle. Japan usually is ahead of us in technology anyways. So currently each bank has an ATM with its own bank app, but with Common Web App, the same ATM may be used to operate multi-bank ATM with XRP. So XRP is going to make these ATMs more advanced. And going back to what Warren Buffett was saying about like value and seeing things that no one else could see. So digital asset investor, I know a man in my town who bought as much waterfront property as he could get his hands on when I was a kid. Nobody wanted it or saw value in it at the time. He's one of the wealthiest men in town now. So just because nobody sees value in what you're buying and what you're purchasing doesn't mean that in the long run it's not going to win. That guy had a vision. He knew that waterfront property in his town would be valuable one day. So he put his money there and he was patient. And now he's the wealthiest person in town. So you don't need to follow the trends. You don't need to follow the herd in order to win. One more Decode. I think you guys are going to like this one. And then I got to be out of here. So Flare came out with a new video. And there's definitely some symbology in here, and I'll decode it once we're done.
The Almighty says this must be a fashionable fight. It's drawn the finest people.
Credit I salute for presenting yourselves on this battlefield. I give you thanks.
This is our army. To join it, you give homage.
I give homage to Scotland. And if this is your army, why does it go?
We didn't come here to fight for them.
Sons of Scotland, you come to fight as free men. Free men you are. What will you do without freedom? Will you fight?
Against that? No.
We will run. And we will live. Aye. Fight and you may die. Run and you'll live. At least a while. And dying in your beds many years from now, would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom?
Pretty cool video, huh? And the fact that they have a Kanye West sample should immediately tell you this isn't some small project. If they're using a Kanye West sample on a quick Twitter video, this is a massive project. I'm sure there's tons of stuff to decode, but I'm going to focus on one thing on this Flare video, the samurai. I was like, this is the second video Flare has posted about samurai. They call it the DeFi samurai. And I was like, okay, what's significant about the samurai? I started researching, asking some friends. So the samurai were members of a warrior class who rose to power in Japan from the 12th century onwards. Over time, they developed into a strong arm of the Japanese imperial court, quelling rebellions and fighting for the emperor. Eventually, the power of the samurai became so great that they took control over Japan. So I think in one moment, what happened was Japan started to get infiltrated by the DS and like the evil powers. And Japan, the samurai like stood against it, their warriors, and they were like, no, we're not going to let this happen. And they took control back over Japan. There's a lot more symbology as far as the samurai. I was looking into it. And then someone was bringing up this stuff to me because just like Mel Gibson was saying, there is no freedom without financial freedom. We can't be free unless we're financially free. So that's why I think that Mel Gibson clip is in there about freedom and Braveheart going all crazy, getting all hyped up, because Flare is supposed to give us our freedom, our financial freedom. That's what I believe. That's what I've been saying since the first commercial I've seen. We're gonna be able to make passive interest off our investments. Flare is gonna change the game. We'll finally be financially free, away from the powers that be that control the financial system. I'm not going to say this word on YouTube because I know for a fact I'm going to get banned. But then someone brought up to me the whole story about how the Jays fear the samurai, and there's this whole thing about the samurai being anti-Jays. No, I'm not talking about just a normal, average, everyday person. I'm talking about the top of the food chain, the evil people that control the banking system. In Utah, there's a national park called Zion. So those type of people. And I'm going to leave with this clip from a real samurai explaining the definition of what this means. and then why they fear the samurai, and that's it. So I'll see you guys on Sunday. I'm going to be on the beach hanging out and getting some sun, vitamin D. We talked about the sun last round table, so I'm going to be enjoying that. But thank you guys for all the support. I will be doing lives here soon. It's still waiting to approve my account for lives. But yeah, leave some comments, leave some feedback, give me a thumbs up, and enjoy this last clip. And I'll see you guys on Sunday.
ユダヤが何を一番恐れるか。侍だ。ユダヤというのは自分の正体を隠して背後から操ることを得てしている。決して表に顔を見せない。侍の全く逆。侍というのは日本人の侍のことだけを言っているわけではない。世界各国にどこにも侍がいる。アメリカの歴史を見れば、独立戦争を戦った人々は侍だ。あるいは西部劇に出てきて、銃を撃っていた連中も侍だ。当然アフリカの中にも侍がいるだ。だからこれから地上的には仕事が始まるわけだけども、地上的にユダヤを完全に屈服させるには世界中の侍が決起しなきゃいけない。彼らは恐れてる。例えば